Hi, welcome to my first video on the derivative product rule. This is number one. This is a new series of videos I'm going to do on the product rule. The derivative product rule. The derivative of f of x times the g of x. And that you could say that's the f of x times the g of x. And we're going to do the derivative of this product. So the derivative of this product, if the derivative of the product would be labeled like this, so the derivative would be, and I do f prime x times the g of x, add on f of x times g prime of x. So when you have two functions being multiplied together, two different functions, don't have to be, when I say different, it could be trig, it could be a ln, it could be polynomials. If you have the product of the two, then the derivative is derivative of f times g and add on f times the derivative of g. And another way to do that, which is even quicker, without the x's, the derivative of f times g, again, there are two functions, is f prime times g, add on f times g prime. So you do the derivative of the first one and leave the second one, add on, leave this one, and do the derivative of g. So it's f prime times g, add on f times g prime. And another way also to say that is to say this of f times g. So this d dx is the same as 2 to the prime. So that's the derivative of this d dx, and these are in terms of x, would be f prime times g plus f times g prime. So let's practice that. But to explain it, this is a shortcut when we do products. Find the derivative of x plus 4 times x plus 2. So one way we're going to do it, we're going to do it by simplifying first and then do the derivative. So if I simplify this expression by FOIL method, x times x is x squared. That's a 2x. That's a 4x, so that's a 6x. 4 times 2 is 8. So if I multiply these two first, now if I do the derivative of that, that would be 2x plus 6. So I simplified it, and then I did the derivative of it. So simplify first, and then do, after simplify, then I'm going to do the derivative. So what about if I use the product rule? So in the product rule, if you say that's the f and that's the g, so the product rule on this derivative would be f prime times g, add on f times g prime. So that means I'm going to take this one, x plus 4, and do the derivative, times it by x plus 2, which is g, add on f, that f is x plus 4, and I'm going to do the derivative of g, which is x plus 2. So notice I fill them in. There's f prime times g, and there's this f times g prime. So the derivative of 4x, derivative of x is 1. Derivative of 4 is 0. So it's x plus 2. So now I got an x plus 4, and I got to do the derivative of x plus 2. Derivative of x is 1. Derivative of 2 is 0. Multiply them, and I get x plus 2. Multiply these two, I get an x plus 4. Add them together, and I get a 2x plus 6. So notice now, by knowing the product rule, you can do the derivative. And I'm keeping these as polynomials so you can see the pattern. So again, to do the derivative of this, you could multiply it out as we did before. But now we can take a shortcut. We can do this and work it out without having to multiply them out. And I'll show you that. Here we go. Now, find the derivative of each. Notice this is a trinomial times a binomial. So if you call that f and you call that one g, without multiplying all this out and getting getting a cubic, x squared times 2x is 2x cubed. So that will come up with a cubic. What we're going to do the derivative of this by doing f prime times g plus f times g prime. So the derivative of this would be, here we go. So derivative of this one is a 2x minus 4 times g, which is 2x minus 3. Add on. Now I got f. F is this one here. So that's x squared minus 4x plus 1 times the derivative of g. Derivative of this is 2. Derivative of 3 is 0, so that's a 2. Now we multiply this out, and we're going to do the FOIL on this. So we get a 4x squared, negative 12, negative 8, negative 20x plus 12. We're going to multiply 2 times this trinomial, 2x squared minus 8x plus 2, and add them up, and I get a 6x squared minus 28x plus 14. Again, much simpler, because this is a product. We can use the product rule in derivatives. So f prime times g, add on f times g prime. And you keep practicing it and learn it, memorize it, say it in your sleep, but learn it. And again, here we go. We got an f and a g. We want the derivative of this. So we'll go, and I always write it down, f prime times g, add on f times g prime. I mark f and g on these. So here we go. I'm going to get the derivative of f. So the derivative of f, derivative of x squared is 2x, derivative of negative 4 is 0, times g, x squared minus 6x minus 2. Add on, f is x squared minus 4. And the derivative of g, that's a 2x minus 6, and that's a 0. So that's a 2x minus 6. And now we multiply each of these before we add. So 2x times this trinomial gives me 2x cubed minus 12x squared minus 4x. Add on the derivative, the product of these two. X squared times 2x is 2x cubed. X squared times negative 6, negative 6x squared. Negative 4 times 2x, negative 8x. Negative 4 times negative 6 is plus 24. And we have any like terms, so we have cubes, so 2 and 2, that's 4x cubed. X squareds, negative 12, negative 6 is negative 18x squared. And we got a negative 4 and a negative 8, so that's a negative 12x. And we have a 24. So much easier to do. This is a product of f times g. So it's f prime times g, add on f times g prime. And that goes through for here. Notice this is one function is a quadratic, and this is a trig. So this is the f and this is the g. So they're being multiplied. So we have the derivative of the two of these is f prime times g, add on f times g prime. So here we go. The derivative of f, derivative of x squared is 2x times g, which is sine x. Add on f, which is f is x squared times the derivative of g. Derivative of sine is cos x. So that's 2x sine x, and that's x squared cos x. Again, the product of two functions. And that brings us to the end of that video. We're just demonstrating. That's the first video on explaining the product rule, but there's more videos to come on the product rule. Again, if you like my video, click the like button, click the subscribe button, visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com, to find more information about me, my videos, and the content. That's the content on my YouTube channel called Math Fully Explained, just one word. Thank you for viewing my video. Hope the video helped you. Bye-bye.